There we go. There we go. Just checking sound real quick. Excuse me. Checking sound, checking sound. Checking. Just checking sound real quick. Excuse me. Checking sound, checking sound. There we go. Alright, how's everybody doing today? We are back in DRB for the second time today. Sound real quick. Excuse me. Checking sound, checking sound. Now, of course, I sound different in the game than I do on the stream because I do use a voice mod. Alright, how's everybody doing today? So, we are back in DRB for the second time today. But yeah. Let me move that. That was the wrong button. Hope everybody's having fun. We did do the little excursion on Roslyn earlier this morning. How's everybody doing today? And now we are back with Shifting Spirit. So we're going to be following her for a little while. She does have a few berry orders to fill. The nice couple that she met evidently has spoken of her. People have actually telegrammed her a few times. We did end up getting the improved bow yesterday, thanks to the nice couple and to Vera Everett. They made sure she had one. And that little booger was moving water. Okay. But of course, she did meet Jonathan Cooper, who is a master chef here in DRB. And is my OBS froze up? It froze up for some reason. Let's get that fixed. Okay. That was weird. Let me pop that up on front here. So I can keep an eye on it. I don't know why every time I go it goes to a black screen. That's so weird. Alright, but I hope everybody's having, like I said, a good Sunday for some, Monday for some, Saturday for others. It's 4 o'clock Central Standard Time for me, so I'm having a good evening. But yeah, so like I said, we're on Shifting Spirit, going around Harbin. I've got a few orders that I'm going to have to fill to take care of for raspberries. She did meet the master chef Jonathan Cooper, Jonathan Winters on Twitch. Make sure you go there and check him out. Very good, very casual, laid back chef that travels around cooking for people. And he met Little Shifting in Valentine today. Found out she was a herbalist, and pretty much just spends all of her time hunting and herбing. So he's gonna contact her about a berry order. So we're just having a nice casual hunting and herбing day. Of course, if you've never watched any of my streams before, I am Ainurauco. Everybody says my name completely wrong because in their brains the A and the O should be switched for the way I pronounce it, but it's Romanian. My character's name is. Hey JP. So yeah, my character's name, main character is named Ainurauco. She's the leader of White Hair Investigations, which is the character I use for all of my videos here on YouTube for the mysteries, so make sure and check those out. I also play Rosalind, Spiritus. She is my, for lack of better terminology, my criminal character. Definitely gets into a lot of trouble. If you caught my stream earlier today, you know that Rosalind traveled from Saint Denis to every major town on her way to Tumbleweed doing deliveries in a disguise because she was laying low from the police, who may or may not be wanting to question her about a little ruckus in Valentine. Which, there was two incidents. One she did, the other one she got accused of but didn't do. But she's a criminal, so it doesn't really matter if she did it or not, you know. And, of course, I have Shifting Spirit here, my little Native American girl, based on the fact that I'm a quarter Cherokee. She does use Lakota, Sioux Lakota terms, because that's a language that I actually speak. Oh, let me move something over right here. There we go. But if I wanted to make her a very confusing character, I would definitely speak more Sioux, because hardly anybody knows it. I mean, your average person's not going to know how to speak Native American, well, Sioux language for the Dakota. But I use the animal terminology because it's just fun for me. And of course, for her, I did get my voice mod set up today. Thanks to T-Mad TV, who helped me figure out that pretty much had no idea what I was doing. Got all that set up, so now she has her own unique voice in the county, which I love. If I do need to check if I even have that turned on. Let me make sure here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So now she has her own little unique voice. Of course, I don't know if it's even bleeding. Turned on. If it's bleeding through to the stream or not. I wish it was, because it'd be nice if y'all could hear it too. I may not have all that set up yet. Let me make sure here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So now she has her own little unique voice. Of course, I don't know if it's even bleeding. If it's bleeding through to... Hello? Oops. Hello? Let's see, is this working? There we go. So now she has her own little unique voice. Of course, I don't know if it's even bleeding. If it's bleeding through to... Hello? Oops. Hello? Let's see, is this working? Okay, so you're not going to be able to hear it. But that's okay, they'll hear it in game. I'll figure it out later. Alright, so let's get back to our herбing. But yeah, with Rosalind earlier today, when I did her stream, we know that you can go from Saint Denis to Ainurauco to all the major cities, driving nothing but a delivery wagon. And you make about $244, about 450 XP one way. So still not a bad little thing. And it was just something fun to do. It takes about 2 hours to do it. So actually we need to go and check her telegram and see if she's got anything new. Oh, and pick raspberries along the way. Because I think last night she sold an order of 200 raspberries and 250 milkweed and made like $1,000. Of course, you know, she has no idea about the value on stuff, so she just charged $2 a piece for everything. But yeah, yesterday definitely had fun with Rosalind. And what started all is she was at the boxing ring in Valentine watching Jimbo boxing people. Him and his, I guess his manager. You know, that makes perfect sense. After I thought about it, I figured that was your way of thinking. So after I thought about it, I thought, I bet that's why JP does that. And that's a very good idea. Yeah, and if you're just reading chat, depending on the conversation that's going on, some of it just seems like you're only getting one side of the conversation. So that's perfectly fine, perfectly. I was wondering because it intrigued me, and I mean, if you've ever watched any of my videos or anything, you know that I have a mystery hunting type mentality. So it was a mystery. And honestly, until I saw you do it, I did not know you could mass delete like that. So I actually learned something, which is kind of cool. Oh, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect. It's just a lot of times people take things I say the wrong way because I'm a very blunt person. I'm not. I try not to be rude, but I'm very blunt and don't put emotion into what I say sometimes. I'm just that way. I'm not emotionless. I just speak without emotion unless I'm public speaking. So people that don't know me is like, wow, she's just really rude and blunt. No, I'm blunt, but I'm not rude. Or at least I try not to be. So sometimes I ask questions that comes across, it's taken the wrong way, but it's not meant that way. At my age, I don't sugarcoat. I don't sugarcoat much things anyway. Dun, dun, dun. And I know who owns this little camp right here. I haven't seen them for a while though. But yes, yesterday, little shifting spirit here got her an improved bow. Of course, there's only one kind of arrows. Yep. See, I'm the world's worst. That if I'm reading one side of a conversation with the way my brain works, I make up the other side, and all of a sudden the conversation gets a lot more interesting. Okay, let's see, cause I need at least 200 raspberries. Excuse me. I need 200 raspberries for this quarter. I think we might have that saved up, and I need something like 300 mint or something like that to fill all the orders. And see, if you've been keeping up with Shifting Spirit's little story, that this is a perfect example. When we first started playing her, she was thrown into the world, had the clothes on her back, a bow, and a knife, a little bit of food, and a little bit of water. That was it. Just enough to survive basically one day. Which was the custom of the tribe that she came from. Whenever you do something they don't like, they banish you. They literally throw you out to survive one day. We've come from that to she's got a horse, runs with wind. That's her best friend. She's got an improved bow, so she's got the better version. Got more food than she can possibly eat, so she's completely self-sufficient on berry juice and food, and has started making money selling the very herbs that she's picking. Has a piece of land to call her own with a very, it's a small camp, but she's just starting out. So she went from having nothing to having something. And she's gotten a little bit out of her comfort zone when talking to people. She'll actually approach a person every once in a while, mostly people that are herbing, like her, so there's a common ground. She's a herbalist, they're a herbalist. So she met that couple, got introduced to them, got her a hawk out of that, or as she calls it, she has a shita, or a cheta, which is Sioux for hawk, so it's a cheta. And she is riding a Sunkawakan, which is Lakota for horse. And she has actually taught the couple, because she went and saw them yesterday. She taught them a few Lakota phrases that she knows. Because they said goodbye, and there is no Lakota word for goodbye. They say farewell, so it's takta haki. So takta haki, and she taught that to them. And they thought that was the grandest thing ever. And of course, whenever she first lays eyes on somebody, she always says Han, H-A-N, Han, which means hello. Oh, well, for the females, it means hello. For males, it's how, H-A-O, how. So a female would never say how, they would say Han. I think I picked all these already. Anybody gets the license plate on that horse? And unfortunately, I will mispronounce words every once in a while because, well, I'm Southern and I have that accent, if you haven't noticed. So, I still mispronounce English words. Let's right over this way. Well, actually, hold on. How much do I have? You know what? Let's go drop some of this stuff off at the at our camp. Because our camp is up by the Iron Horse Cave. I'm not seeing anything to pick along the way either. And what is it with the campfire not loading every time I come here? Pretty sure that was a little badger, and that sucker better not run over here and bite me. There we go. Berries, herbs. Okay, so that's got our berry count. Alright, we're over 200, so we're good. And our mint, we're only about halfway there. That's okay. As long as I got enough oregano for all this meat that I'm packing up. Oh, and she did sell some of the meat she hunted for because it was already processed. Hey, Ozzy! Welcome to chat. Welcome to the stream. Yep, for my second stream today, we're on shifting. We did Rosalind this morning. Just because I really had to get some game time on her so that she could lay low. That way she spent a few days and just laying low, not bothering anybody. Did have to, air quote, borrow a couple of horses because she wasn't allowed to ride her own. But I'm sure they were safely returned to their owner wherever they were. Probably not. But that is not my fault. I told him to go home. Let's see. Well, shifting, Rosalind is more, Rosalind is more, how can I put it? Rosalind is psychotic, and so I play her, completely that way. She hears voices in her head, she's a serial killer, she's completely psychotic, and Rosalind is more well known. She's part of the family, which is one of the top, gangs, I guess you would say, in the DRB. So that gang is well known, which means she's well known. And so people tend to talk more around Rosalind. Shifting Spirit, she's just now starting out. So she's socially awkward, avoids people on purpose. And so the stream for her is more casual. It's more laid back, more relaxed. So it attracts a different group of people. Like a good example is Perno Bernadetto. He plays Perno Mancuso here in the DRB. If I stream Ani or Rosalind, he will usually watch the stream because that kind of content interests him. And he's a good friend. He's a very good friend. Me and him have been friends since 2019. But Shifting Spirit, because he's more casual, he watches it, but he's not really as interested in this character as the other one. So that it's a difference in community. Plus, right now, a lot of people that would normally, especially from the DRB, that would be watching, are actually streaming themselves. So it's hard to watch somebody stream while you're streaming. Get a lot, especially in DRB, because then you wind up accidentally having a meta moment, and you want to avoid that at all possible. And meta is just where, would be commonly referred to as stream sniping. Um, Somebody would be watching my stream, see me like pan around, and know where I'm standing at, and then use that information to move their character to my character. Well, that's called meta because technically their character would have no clue where I'm standing at right now. The person operating does, but the character itself doesn't, so therefore that character couldn't come see me unless I sent them a telegram and told them where I was in game. And trust me, I've only been RPing here for like almost 3 months, and the whole separate what I know from what Shifting Spirit knows has taken me forever to get used to. Because just because I learned something on Ainurauco, I can't use that on while I'm playing Shifted because technically she, the little girl in white there, doesn't know what Ani knows or what Rosalind knows. Doing stuff like that is called power gaming. A term that I've had to learn since I've come into this, because, I mean, in official, you know, you hop into PS4 chat with your friends and you say, hey, I'm over at the gas station, come on over here. There's nothing wrong with that. But in an RP scenario, you wouldn't even be in PS4 chat with your friend, you'd have to be talking to them in-game. It's just, some of the rules, and every server has different rules. There's one RP server, they have no rules. It's just like official, except for the whole, you know, griefing part. But if you want to be in a party chat or a Discord call, and all of you talking like you've got CBs, you know, that's how they explain it. Everybody's got CBs and you just talk whenever you want to. But yeah, it was a good question, JP. Because there's some streamers that if they're playing certain characters, I won't watch. I mean, I may be in their chat and lurking to support them, but I don't necessarily like the character they're playing. I'm gonna chase you down. Come here. Come here. Got you. Oh yeah, that's Perno. That's one of my best friends. As a matter of fact, me and him have a RP. So he plays Perno Mancuso, and of course I play Ainurauco, and they are currently at Culture. Because Ani, you know, got totally wasted drunk, and Perno, him and Molina Black had to come out there and save her, and she passed out in the stables at Culture, and is gonna be waking up with one heck of a hangover. And so they will be waking up. We refer to logging in as waking up because technically she's asleep right now because I'm not playing her. They're gonna be waking up. Bison. About 10:30 tonight to finish that out so that we can get them back to Blackwater. But yeah, Perno is the entire reason. Him and Trippy Commentary are the entire reason I even started doing videos. The whole reason I started streaming. If it hadn't been for them talking me into it, I would not be here. I would have never done a white hair investigation video. So yeah, they are the... Where did that buffalo go? How does a buffalo hide behind a bush? I mean, really? You can just see its horns, that's it. And Perno also understands that I am a very... I love to be social, I love to talk, I love to hang out with people. but at the same time, I'm antisocial, so I'm a conflict within myself. So yeah, me streaming is and talking is actually an accomplishment for me. But yeah, so he tends to talk a lot to get me to talk a lot. Oh yeah, that is a good question. Yeah, what time is it there in Australia, Ozzy? What was that? No, 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 no. People shooting. We go the other way. Pum, pum, pum. Oh, good lord. So you're. So yeah, you're about 8 hours behind me. Well, no, is it Sunday or Monday there, Ozzy? So JP, you're Central. Oh yeah, that's right, Ozzy. You're Monday, so you're ahead of me. And JP, you're in Central, right? I hear it, but I don't see it. It disappeared. Eastern. Okay, yeah. So you're an hour ahead of me. Okay, because I'm Central. So they always talk about how big the world is. It was until the invention of internet. Now we're all connected. Ooh, fuck. Got it. Now that would be, if someone had asked little shifting spirit what she just killed, that would be a coyote, not a fox. Yep, yep. Yeah, you're ahead of me, JP. By 1 hour. Because I am in the southeast area. Eventually, she's gonna have to get out of these clothes and actually get a different outfit. Although I do kind of like her in the white. But she does have a winter outfit if she ever gets up in the cold. Ooh, more raspberries. You never have too many raspberries because they make great berry juice. And everybody wants berry juice. Speaking of berry juice, let's just chug a lug. Now, I'm not entirely sure where she gets the bottles from, but okay. Maybe she collects the empty beer bottles every time she goes into Valentine's. Now, eventually, once she gets her books up higher, of course, books is the DRB's term for levels. Right now, she's at 24 books. So once she gets that higher, of course, she can actually survive a little bit. She's still technically a little baby. Much love, Ozzy. Much love. Be careful. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, once her books get higher, she may start trying to take on some of the legendary hunts, which would be something she would do. But I don't know how the legendary hunt's going to go with just a bow. So it's going to be interesting, because she will never use guns. By riding by pretty fast. Oop, what's that right there? Bum 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 bum. That's just some old weed. Well, I've got enough, speaking of, wait, how much? Inventory. We've only got 20 minutes. So I've got enough to fill one order already. Suspicious people over there. Now I know where is the hill. Over this way. Now she has spotted this once before, so it's something she's got knowledge about, but right over here in this area, every once in a while a Missouri foxtrotter spawns in. We call it their breeding ground, because this is their spawn location. Right around the end of this camp right here. So if I ever see one, she may get a new horse. Because that would be pretty. Because unlike braves of tribes, the females generally never even owned horses. It was always the braves of the tribe are the ones that had the horses. Females and children walked everywhere. Of course, she did adapt that from the white man that she could own a horse. But the way she views it, she actually doesn't own it, the animal. It's just allowing her to ride for a while and then she'll set it free and get another one. Because no one animal should be in service like that for that long. It's the way she sees it. It's just like her hawk. She feels the hawk is not actually hers. It's choosing to be there. The Missouri Foxfire, you can do that at level 1. The catch to taming horses is once you go out and break a horse, it's not yours. You have to take it back to a horse stand, who will either, you could sell it to them for profit, or you can pay them a certain amount of money and they'll, air quote, write up papers saying that you own it, and it'll go into your stable. All you have to do is be able to get on it, and that's the tricky part. If you already have a horse, you can at least chase them down. If you don't, then you have to do the whole sneak, crouch and sneak up and get close enough to them so that you can jump on the horse before it takes off running. Why is this person running? And they have no clothes on. Yeah, that's like a bad idea waiting to happen. But yeah, you can capture any horse at level 1 up. You just, whether you can get to it or not, to catch. Because I have a video of this little girl, I think she was like level 5. Doing the whole no lasso, no horse, nothing. I was just crouched and snuck all the way up to the horse and jumped on it and tamed it. And of course, if you think about it, that's something you do in story mode too, if you've ever played story mode. Just target it, you keep it calm till you sneak all the way up to it. And luckily she knows what she's doing when it comes to a Sukawakan, which means horse. Actually, it's Sukawakan. Nope, we already collected that one. So when is the buffalo out? Ooh. That's somebody's horse. Got a couple of more, 3 Morgans. Those are pretty. Well, actually, some horses, when you first tame them, some horses are better than others. On DRB, of course, we're able to level them all the way up to level 999, at which point all horses are pretty much equal. But now, you did bring up a good point, because at the base level, some horses are calmer than others, and others are skittish. So, depending on the horse breed, it could be harder to get up to where you can break one as opposed to others. And now when I say that you can start at level 1, you can start at level 1. But now, you've got to have the stamina in order to last long enough. If the horse doesn't put up, if it's a very calm breed of horse and doesn't put up much of a resistance to you breaking it, you don't need a lot of stamina. But if it's a different horse, it may take more stamina, it may throw you off, and you have to try it again. So whenever I said you can do it at level 1, it's kind of a blanket term, because you can do any horse at level 1, it's just some might be harder than others. Like this one was pretty easy, whenever she tamed it. It didn't put up much of a fight, the entire breaking process was maybe 20 seconds, so not hard at all. Now Ainurauco, when she went to tame, like at a wild, I can't never say it, starts with KL, Klepter or whatever, that was a different story, because that was a ultra rare horse with a lot of stamina and a very high experience. So luckily I didn't get thrown off, but it took probably about 30-45 seconds to tame it. Oop, there's one. There's somebody on a horse out there. And there are some people that have the horse trainer job, like Enrico's the horse trainer. But all they do is they go out, break a wild horse, train it up, and then sell it. And usually they're breaking the rare ones that everybody wants, so they're making lots of money. I know Rosalind got Cerebus trained up to the 9s, and because Cerebus had already had so much XP, they were only going to charge like $800. Like $800 to train it, because they already had all the XP. However, I've seen, especially at the horse auction, people get a rare horse, train it all the way up from nothing, and sell it for $10,000. So you can make a lot of money off a horse training. Is that some horse? I think that's that person's horse they just got parked there while they're herding. Yeah, it is. Those are rotten. Well, why would you be out here killing if you're not at least gonna skin them? Yeah, and there's also a rare white Arabian. And that horse's base stat, just wild. You're not gonna catch it on foot, and you make one wrong move with your horse while you're trying to catch it, and it's gone. Because it's really fast. Ooh, raspberries. Come on, get your berries. Right back there. I really want to get that Missouri Fox Trotter for her. And it's the gray and white. Yeah, Rosalind's a miner. She spends most of her time mining out hidden locations, which she actually found a new one this morning by a hot air balloon. So yeah, Ani's a horse trainer, Rosalind's a miner, and Little Spirit here is our herbalist. Yeah, Rosalind's actually been doing really good with her iron ore and gold nugget recently, thanks to the new spot she found. And oddly enough, the criminal has the most money of all my characters. Oh yeah, yeah, she gets gold nuggets all the time. There's a chance whenever you're mining anywhere of getting not only you get um, a mineral, an ore, and a chance at a rare item. That rare item could be a diamond, a ruby, emerald, or gold nugget. I think she's got like 50 something gold nuggets so far. I have no idea what to do with them yet. I think can get us to a blacksmith. They can melt them into bars. But then you take those bars to Jose after you've done his entire quest line, of course, and he will buy those gold bars. And I think the highest I've heard so far is 575 per bar. So if you've managed to get 2 bars at, $1,150, well, if you've been grinding that out and doing a lot of the missions and you've got a ton of gold bars, like 100 or 200, you can see how that adds up real quick. But in order to do those missions, you do have to walk on the, yeah, she is. Yeah, Rosalind is my richest character that I have. At one time, now I've depleted her bank a little bit, kind of spending and buying, but at one time she had like, something like 20,000. Which for me is, I consider that good money. She has more money than she needs. And technically so does Ainurauco right now. This little girl, she's running around with $195 that she hasn't went and put in the bank yet, which I need to go do before I get robbed. Yeah, Rosalind is definitely trying to climb that social ladder. May have to kill a few more debutantes to get them out of the way. Dun 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 dun. The animal picking. Well, that's one of the things that I like about her is the fact that she is naive. So you can't really miss something if you didn't know you were supposed to have it. And she has, in her eyes, she has everything she needs. She does have food, clothing. She now has a place to sleep, so she has kind of shelter under the tree. So everything else to her is just extra stuff. I don't know, some of these herbs, I mean, I have seen in the marketplace, I mean, I sell most of mine for 2 a piece, sometimes 3 a piece. I have seen people selling the exact same herbs at 5 a piece and a stack of 100, so that's $500. And they have like 10, 20 stacks in there for that price. And then you go back the next day and they're gone, so you know they sold. So they ain't hurting for money. She's not greedy. So she doesn't know that that's a thing. She just trying to, try to make something. Now, as she learns more and more of the value of things, though, then she'll realize, oh, I could sell this for more than I'm selling it, and start making a lot of money. And I don't really hardcore grind herbing. I just ride around picking them. But if you notice, most of the time I'm at a trot. I'm not full speed or whatever. Because if you did do that, then yeah, she could probably triple the amount of herbs she's got. And there is free food in my camp. But now the real money maker that she's sitting on, that she doesn't know that she's sitting on. Well, she knows, but she doesn't, because Vera Everett told her, is... Oh, wrong button. Open up storage. That right there. Because Vera Everett said she would buy them at $10 a piece. So that's $1,800 sitting right there. Then she's got all of these other ones that she hasn't cured yet, that she's been collecting. So, because if she got a stack of 200, that would be $2,000. She knows a little bit of what to do with the paper money. She's figured out, and people have helped her understand, that is the white man's barter system. So she can take, instead of trading these berries, let's say she wanted a new shirt. So instead of trading the berries for the shirt, she would trade the berries for the white man's paper, and then take that paper and trade it for their shirt. And if she changed her mind and didn't want the shirt, she could still use that paper to trade it for something else. She's just not sure what she wanted. Like I said, she can hunt, pick herbs, and gather water. And those three together are all she needs. Because then she makes her berry juice, and she makes her, seasoned venison. So that's food. She's got a piece of land to call her own. This little spot right here. It's not much, but it's hers. And she feels safe here with the big tree. And she's got her little bed right there, which I really, really should have put a lean-to or some kind of covering, but she didn't need it at the time. She just needed bare necessities. And there's a fire that's supposed to be right here that for some reason despawns every time I go away. So, she's got food, she's got shelter, and she's wearing clothes. So her three basic needs are met. What she's working on now is how can she improve those three basic needs. She doesn't need a big house, big mansion. She just needs something just for her. Thanks to Brett getting her an improved bow, her ability to take care of the food category has improved. So that's a small improvement for her. She hasn't figured out the whole greed thing yet. She's not a greedy person. And I had a horse around here. Hiding behind... Really? You're gonna hide behind a bush? But right now what she's trying to do is save up enough money from all of her endeavors to add a cash box to her little base, her little camp. And that way she can keep her money safe at camp instead of having to use the white man's box. And that was a wagon. I thought the same thing. Is she's probably in a better position out here by herself learning all of this. Because in the end, she'll be able to pass that information on to somebody else. And I know there's a few independent Native Americans that don't have a tribe. they're just friends with each other, and they function and do perfectly without being in a tribe, because they're only having to provide for themselves, not themselves and everybody else around. So yeah, I agree with you completely, JP. She's probably better off by herself at the moment, um, while she's learning all these skills and learning to adapt to this new county, this new world. Because right now she might be more of a hindrance or an albatross to a different tribe. Because what if she does something that's highly offensive, but she doesn't know it's offensive? Well, that would only come back on her right now, but if she was part of a tribe, it would affect all of them.
Beat me, lady. Hold on. I'm having a conversation.
So let's go ahead and get this into the bank. I think it was, what, 1,500 for the cash box. So, I think she's got that much money saved up now. So let's go ahead and just deposit this in, get it all in one place. Okay, so let's recap on the money situation. So she entered the county. She had $100. That was it. Um, she managed to buy a camp permit, the small one, for 700. Um, get the storage box upgrade, which I think was 500. Um, she was able to get the saddle for her, saddle and saddlebags and stuff for her horse. I think that was like another 400. And she's got $2,000 saved up. Not bad for a little naive girl that had no clue what she was doing. And she's only been doing what people have told her to do, what they've explained. So, I mean, that's not bad at all. I would definitely call that a win at the moment. But we are fixing to make a very dangerous proposition. We are going to go get her cash box and, air quote, close out her account. So she is now very skittish and cautious of everybody around her.
Poison my horse?
What do Buster Scruggs do?
Somebody got their horse poisoned. That's great. So she's fixing to have a fully functional little camp of her own. That other than coming into the market, she would, well, the market and telegrams, because she'll still have to make enough money to get where she can send telegrams from her camp. Or as she would say, smoke signals that someone can understand. Watch me get robbed going back to camp. I would not put it past something like that happening. But now the one thing that's not good about the cash box is it's not tied to the banking system of the county. So if you put money in your cash box, you can only get it back at that cash box. Whereas the banking system, like you can put money in at Valentine and ride to Blackwater and pull it out. Where is my campfire? Alright. Oh, whoops. Wrong one. We need a manage camp. Alright. So, we've got the camp cash box, which is $8.50. And the camp telegram, which is 1,000. And she's got over 2,000. She can get both of them. I haven't received any today. I did yesterday, right as I was fixing to click the logout button. That's where one of my orders came from, so I've got it written down so that I can fill it. Oh, we're going to go ahead and get her cash box. And we're going to go ahead and get her telegram. And I don't know if we've got enough for that, but that might be nice to name her camp. But let's... Oh, there's my fire. And let's hit access. And there we go. We have got every camp upgrade. Just smoke signals. It was either smoke signals or war drums. Not entirely sure. But now we can check telegrams right here from the camp. So whenever they pop up, they'll have new on them. And see how much money. Let's go access. Let's hit that cash box. Now, cash box is a little bit different from the bank. You have to know how much you're going to deposit. Keep doing that. Get that. So she's got $226. So that's how much we're going to deposit. We're going to add funds. 226. And now when we get cash box, $226. So we can add funds, withdraw, we can take off. Now of course you do have to buy clothes and create wardrobes with them in town. But once you've done that and they're saved, you can hit wardrobe and yeah, I've got her, that's her winter outfit. Gotta turn her around. So that's her, if she's gonna be up in the snow, she can go disguised as a white cougar. But I've got her clothes set up in layers, so I actually don't have to use the wardrobe. I can just hit that button. Oops, sorry. I can hit that button, put the clothes on the fly, so that works. You need to brighten up. You are not bright. But yeah, she's good. She is good now. We can take... let's go ahead and drop off inventory. I really want that Missouri file. That, and leave the food. Okay, there we go. And I should be able to do this right here now. From distance. Good deal. So yeah, she has come into her own a little bit. But yeah, your earlier statement about doing better than the tribe that banished her, yeah, I definitely agree with that. tried to keep her inventory down as much as I can. It doesn't work though. She's toting about 57 pounds worth of stuff. Oh yeah. Knew I forgot something. Which one? Yep, you go over there. There we go. Don't need two bows. It doesn't work that way. I think next thing she's gonna look into, probably for her little camp here, is getting some kind of shelter to go over for her sleeping arrangement. Because right now she's just sleeping under the limbs to try and stay dry. So a little camp, a little building of some kind would just be perfect. Maybe just a little lean-to or something. Now they do have, you can make teepees, but I don't think a teepee in this setting would look correct. It'd just be a little bit much. So yeah, we could add a lean-to and that would be perfect. But yeah, definitely gonna call the stream right there for the day. Definitely glad for all the interaction, chat. Thank everybody for stopping by. This is Kissing Spirit, my little Native American girl on the DRB Red M platform. Definitely, if you ever want to check out some casual RP, have some fun, actually immerse yourself in 1899, definitely give it a check. Also play, all y'all know already, I play Ainurauco from Whitehair Investigations and play Rosalind, a member of the family, also on the DRB. If you ever see any of my characters out, not that hard to figure out it's me. I kind of have a unique voice. You can tell it's me no matter who I'm on. Definitely give it a hi, and just let me know, say, hey, I saw you in a twinkle, and I'll know what you mean. Because we say twinkle instead of Twitch or YouTube inside the county. So definitely give a holler, say hi or something. You can say that you read about one of my characters in the newspaper or something, and I'd be glad to say hi. So from here at Whitehair Investigations, be very careful while chasing rabbits. They have very small rabbit holes. We have really big heads, you'll get stuck. And it might be a fox in there instead of a rabbit. But I hope everybody had a great time. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel for Whitehair Investigations, where I do investigate mysteries in Red Dead, and approach them from a theological, logical standpoint. Yeah, makes no sense, but it works. But everybody have a great night, and until next time, bye-bye.